Okay, well that bus has just gone. This is the headquarters at the moment of Northamptonshire Social Services. That's Northampton, Northampton Adult Social Services, a limited company. Paul Blainton and Caroline Curse are directors. It's a company, and in conjunction with Northamptonshire Kennel Council. This building is where the Public Service, Ministry of Justice in Northamptonshire, Great Britain, UK, stays is a high profile case, and the public purse is paying for that too. Now, I'm set up deliberately, there's a camera above me watching me up there, and there's a lot of people about, and if you don't know about Freemasons, how they work, I am being set up for Wolf UK. Right. There is no lawful two-party wet signed contract. The offer came in the post. I just spent £6 in the special delivery letter to get there for Tuesday morning. If anyone gets offered what's it used to be known as a care assessment, personal care offer of contract, it's never done in this building. 2013 they tried to do that, Stephanie Langford. Yeah, I'm stating who you are. I don't care what people think. It's all fact. I've got all the record of proof. You have to bear all the noise. People are going about like nothing's going on. There are kids and people. So I'm not going to shout because I've got a dental infection. This is rife. This All Saints Church behind me. Freemasonry symbolism as well. And if you didn't know about the corruption with Freemasons, how they work, the county club is next door, the background's beyond that, and a great big new public building opposite me, 100 million. Unfortunately, I can't get out the system. I'm physically disabled. I've got one over around the corner here, known as Jar Square, deliberately set up in 2009. I lost my mobility and my health, even more so now, 2017. I'm making this video. I bet it won't get uploaded because now what I've stated. They are deliberately trying to imply East Midlands Ambulance Service, public servants. They're all interlinked. If you don't know about statute law, on 17th of March 2017, I've studied this before. I couldn't talk, couldn't breathe, couldn't get hold of my blinking sister, who was part of the Mormons and their brainwashed cult. And I couldn't even get hold of my son in London to state exactly that I am coping. My friends' private life arrangements, not official in their public service eyes. They work for you and I. And there's always these taxis turn up in my disabled bay where I live, deliberately watching. I'm being watched everywhere. And I don't care, because this is Agenda 2030 plus. Every man and woman needs to know this who are ill-parred in health. Cars beeping. Okay. Now, I say this, all these people coming from the rugby match, because that's all set up. Everything's corporations, whether it claim to be charities or small shops or national shops and stores. They are, and look at the word at the same time. It is all deliberate, set up to go back in history where you don't see those able-bodied people, men and women, seen and not heard. That is what is happening, and it's a Conservative Party is a company. A lot of people come around to the clubs and pubs, able-bodied. You never hardly see any disabled people about now. And a lot of people just like, some people are nice, some people are really just nasty. It's just their mentality, unfortunately. Not from here. But anyway, short video that I'm being set up yet again because a letter comes in the post dated Thursday the 4th of May 2017, and I had to spend all day photocopying my rejection with cause, without dishonour, to the key directors again. And it's linked into Olympics Care Service Limited as well. The kids shouting their heads off behind me with their families. And unfortunately, they're all dumbed down. I think she's been overturned a bit. So I'm not going to sit in my wheelchair and put up with this. So I've done my counterclaim, and I've done my rejection without dishonour, and I said deny implied right of access. If you don't learn anything about anything, just learn about trust law in commas as well, learn about that, because everything in the post comes to not the man or woman, but to the fictional character. You see, when you start waking up to all this, you suddenly get these puppet servants in the medical sector mainstream. Oh yeah, by the way, Langham Place is a medical company. You can check all this out yourself if you dare to want to just research. You see, I'm just me, and because they think I'm isolated and cut off from my family and key people I used to know, and I'm still in the same town where I was able-bodied years ago, where I thought standing in the elections was the thing to go, set my political party years ago, and my former birth given name till I started studying. Now, John House's videos, it's an illusion. If Yannicka Chapman's website and videos, statute law versus common law, everything is now all interlinked. I quote this Care Act 2014 because that's what they're trying to go on. Now, if they really care, these puppet servants, the higher paid ones, right, puppet purse paying for them, they would offer me a joint physical care in my home kind of assessment and time, you know, not lack of notice. You never ever, they did this to me going back on the 23rd for 3rd 2014, 24th for 3rd 17 I should say. I've got other print out proofs, and yes, people, I posted the facts online earlier. You don't believe anything, it's up to you. But I'm living all this. And do you think I'm going to sit back and let it happen? No. Next thing they were trying to use the public service peace officers who deliberately covered up when I reported the physical, the emotional, the psychological, the degrading, inhumane treatment in my bloody home, and spying on me in my bloody home and the surrounding area in the private car park. Oh yeah, all went on. Don't know half of it. And if I had the finance and independent means, I'll be out of it. I'll be away. I don't know where I'll be, but I'm living off the grid with other like-minded men and women. And look, all these amounts of young students, all the young people growing up now in a controlled police state. It is George Orwell, 1984, more than that now. And it's a shame, really, because all these foreign students, mixture of them, don't know no different, and it's happening around the world. I don't know what your area is like in Great Britain, but this is absolute, it's deliberate set up for Theresa May and the con party and all our cronies. It's the same locally. I know a lot of corruption that goes on and who's behind a lot of things around Northampton Shire. And Borough Council is a corporation. You see, you don't get on in life unless you're part of the elite clubs. All the lower level Freemasonry members of the lodges may not know what goes on higher level. I was married to a Freemasonry years ago. Didn't know at the time till later. There's a lot of things you don't know about me, but because I know so much stuff and it's still I remember. Oh what, because I turn into natural remedies and reject an offer of like a breast screening, intimate screening, the risk of the radiation to my body. Do you think I'm stupid? No. I researched that. Good people out there get information out. And because of that, they treat me, alleged mental health, paranoid. I've never ever had a diagnosis of any public servant working alleged mental health industry in one's area of any paranoia traits. And that's what they're going on. Trying to get a mental health assessment. Do you think I'm going to let them in my home because of that? No. They have to kick the door in. They have to try and bust the door in to do anything. Oh, what? Then they will try and use the welfare check by the peace officers on that alleged comments of that female. And I will say, I don't know who it is, but I have counterclaimed against that East Midlands ambulance public servant. They're all working in hand now, everything together. Housing, police, health, social care, you name it, and the Great Field is opposite. All these people are well-to-do older people. They don't know what it's like to struggle, or not have the health before the able-bodied people. What about all these people that you don't see about, the homeless, those struggling, zero contract hours, I'm not on about the ordinary low-level paid public servants. I'm talking about the higher ones, higher paid ones I know about. And you don't get on in life unless you do certain things to get on in life. It's not coincidence. Okay? I've been around enough to know now. Yeah. Look how many taxes are going around. You don't normally see all that. You see, they think I'm stupid. I've clued up to a lot of things over the years. And I've wised up and I learnt a lot. And you can't take that away from me because my knowledge is there. They want to drug me with their toxins to keep me shut up, to not expose what I know. But there you go. I don't know if it's too long on this video. But I'm telling you what reality is like in 2017 plus. It's not going to get any better, unfortunately. I only come out to post the post, spent all day getting other letters done in time. A special delivery means in Great Britain you're paying through the nose just to get a letter back out. And if that female or a colleague trying trespass to my home, they will be served by hand, and I'll be doing the commercial lien to sue individually each and every one of these corrupt public servants. And I'll tell you, I will take it to the limit, and there's no limit, you know. But because I've done meditation and I've learnt about that in a couple of years, and my natural remedies, I'm so damn careful not to harm myself, mind, body, and soul, you know. And I know eventually it will come to that, because you don't do, come on, safeguarding. What is that? What? Because I won't play their game. I won't fall into their system. In the control, they cover everything up. You wouldn't believe half of it. I've stated exactly the key people that's involved, and you don't get in that building. Don't ever get a care assessment and get set up to blackmail you, to sign a contract with null and void, and running down after me in the street in 2013 as public servant, and then lie about me. How you know, they're deliberately delaying access to my data they're holding, because they know I know the score on what they're up to, why they're blocking it. They're using statute law, Data Protection Act, to block it. 40 days just to get your data. I know what's said. My private life is my business. In my home, it's my business. How I live in my home, safely with my friends, is my business. No other man or woman has authority over me. And if you are a blinking public servant, get your head out the sand and learn these facts. Oh, what, you don't want to speak out or be out of tune? Look at the noisy cars poshing around, are they? Oh yes, I've got a flash car, look at me, blah, blah, blah. Come on. This world is only for 1%. Look at them. Look what happened on May the 1st. People out in the streets around the world trying to get equality. Look what's going on around the world as well. This, for my situation, is just one thing going on. Well, more than one thing going on. I can't ever get any access to goods and services lawfully. If I sign for anything, it's under duress by cohesion and force. And they will not stop these key public servants in one area till they see me under their establishment known as mental health. Look at the truth about psychiatry. Learn it. And look at these people going out. It's not for the Joe blog, you know. People are struggling. And the people you don't see behind the scenes. And what? Because I get a phone out to record, people look at you, I've gone out. All these lampposts around here are linked up to 5G. All these things you hear about, think it's conspiracy theory, is not. It's actually fact. And a lot of these people, their families, are just... wouldn't believe half the stuff that's going on. But I thought I'd do a video just on the corner here before I go home. And and opposite where the blue doors were, that's part of their public building, listed building. And that used to be either Look at the symbolism, the design of the logo on the front of the building as well. Not history lesson either. This is the Borough Council that way, and that's a county council. Conservative, eh? I did other printouts ages ago, and when you are clued up about all this, that's when you come after you. They try everything in the book, and that's what's happening. So anyway, I've got to go. Trying to keep it down so it's not too long to upload, if it gets uploaded. Oh what, there's a lady in a wheelchair. They're all able-bodied people walking past, like, the looks you get. Look at the mainstream media, how they portray people like me, unlawfully. Look how the Department of Works and Pensions Corporation. It's so important to learn this knowledge, and when you do, they don't want you. They want to control you. So also, Neen Commissioning and Corbett Commission is a company. You see, your signature on their documents creates the value, numbers on a computer. Learn as much as you want, if you're able to, before the internet even crashes. I can't even describe how I feel, but I'm sure you can imagine if you ever have a slight gut feeling something doesn't seem right, and suddenly things start happening. How convenient all these taxis are hopping around, dropping people off. Anyway, I'm going to cut it short now so I can get in and get something to eat. But you take care, everybody out there. And what I'm telling you is fact. Signing out, Foxy Wolf UK.